Those were the days when Kleba was dialed in. Well, that's because Doncic was attracting all the defensive attention and leaving him wide open. Not just him, but other shooters as well. You're listening to the Sports Spotlight right here on Radio Azad. Every Sunday, we bring you all things sports as we shine the spotlight on various aspects of the sports world right here. And boy, oh boy, it's been an adventurous day. Started off with some equipment malfunctions, but we straightened the ship and we got things rolling. Back on the air with me is my good buddy and a wonderful, not just a basketball, but a sports mind, Manny from Kansas City. Manny, welcome back, man. You there? Did I lose you? Maybe I lost Manny. All right. I lost Manny. Manny, if you're out there, if you're listening, call us back. We'll get you back on the air. In the meantime, let's finish off the conversation around the basketball world. So we've talked about the Knicks and the San Antonio Spurs ad nauseum. One thing I did want to discuss with Manny. I don't know how I lost him. Okay. Um, Cat, right? Carl Anthony Towns. Man, he's gone from within this short span of time during the course of this NBA season. Carl Anthony Towns has gone from trade rumors, right? The scapegoat. There were there were conversations about who would actually take on this. His contract is so expensive and so lopsided, right? Imbalanced. They were saying that uh, the money for which he's on the books doesn't justify what you're getting from him on the court, was the conversation. And the sports world, and this isn't just the NBA, the sports world in general, is such a what have you done for me lately world. And this perfectly highlights that problem, right? The same pundits, the same analysts who were dogging Cat, see what I did there, who were just saying that Carl Anthony Towns was a bum, was no good, wasn't living up to the contract. He was an albatross around the Knicks' neck. He was, everything and anything, all manner of disparaging comments thrown at him. Those same pundits, those same ones, now are sitting there with a straight face, calling for him to be the MVP of the finals if the Knicks win. They're not wrong for the product on the court. They're not wrong. I'm going to call out why they are wrong, and then we'll get into all the good stuff of what Cat has been doing. Where they're wrong is find some moderation in your opinions. I understand. I understand Stephen A. Smith. I understand Nick Wright. I understand all of you guys who do it for the clicks. Don't do it for the clicks. Do it for the fans. Your job is not to enrich yourselves by appealing to the base emotions of your fans. Your job as a sports analyst is to analyze the sport and share your analysis with them. So at the risk of pontification, being accused of pontification here, that's what I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and apologies to Azad Bhai if I'm stepping into his world now. Um, the goal in everything I do in my personal time with my hobbies is to have the audience, the consumer in mind, to make sure that what I'm doing with any of these things, whether it's radio, whether it's emceeing, whether it's musical events, celebrity events, whatever, my goal is to make sure that I am at the end of my engagement, I'm enhancing the experience of the audience. And that's what we have to keep in mind as a sports analyst, that that's what we're doing. We're enhancing the experience of the listener, of the sports fan, of our audience, instead of self enrichment, sensationalizing, getting the clicks, getting on social media. Like, that's not the goal. That shouldn't be the goal. So, with that said, I'm going to go back to Cat, Carl Anthony Towns. Carl Anthony Towns has always had the talent. Now, has he gone through his ups and downs? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, he has. But what he's done in these finals, the defense that he's been able to apply as much as you can on Victor Wembanyama, right? That was the question. That was the question going in. After Wemby absolutely destroyed Chet Holmgren throughout that series against the Thunder, but especially in that decisive game 7, where he basically made Chet Holmgren disappear. Right? The worst thing you can do to a to an athlete, but especially in the game of basketball, is to make them disappear, make them be inconsequential, right? And that's what Wemby did, both on the offensive side when Chet was trying to defend him, and on the defensive side when Wemby was stopping Chet. He made Chet Holmgren inconsequential. And he has been, for whatever reason, many reasons, I'll give you the reasons, but he has been unable to do that to Carl Anthony Towns on either end of the floor. Because Cat was absolutely excellent in game 1. And he followed it up with a big performance in game 2. Big performance. Right? He's never been known as a plus defender. But he's also, to his credit, hasn't had the motivation that he does right now, right? Tasting the NBA finals. He's stepping up, at least in these first 2 games. And kudos to him. You know, will it continue? All of that, as I said earlier, comes down to this game 3. This game coming up, game 3, is tomorrow night. And it's for all the marbles. I'm telling you, I know it's just 2-0. I know it's a 7-game series, first 1 to 4. I know all of that. But if the Spurs do not win game 3, this series is over. Whether it's in 4 or 5 or 6, maybe even 7. I doubt it, but maybe even 7. That's immaterial. It's just going to be a formality after that if the Spurs lose game 3. So this is it. This is for all the marbles. This is what you've played for. If you want a chance, and it's just going to be a chance, if you want a chance, San Antonio, you've got to win this game, game 3. Stealing game 4 and getting 1 of 2 and trying to come home ain't going to cut it. I'm telling you, it's not going to cut it. Got to win game 3. Got to win game 3. And for that, you're going to need one more big the Knicks in order to win it, right? The Spurs will have to shut down Cat. The Spurs will have to make sure that Cat does not dominate. If he's not dominating defensively, that means Wemby's eating. Wemby's eating, Spurs are winning. The fact that Wembanyama was 3 for 5 from the field in the third quarter tells you all as to why they lost. Yes, we're going to talk about the throwaway Wemby to Castle at 104 all late in the fourth. That's a lazy take. What you're looking at is, in the third quarter, Victor Wembanyama is 3 for 5 from the field. He's only taken 3 attempts at the basket. Your best player, the defensive player of the year, the future of the NBA, the alien, the monster, the dominator, has only attempted 5 field goals, and you're more than halfway through the game and you're struggling. It's one thing if you're up 25 and he's only taken that many, but you weren't. That tells you that the other team, the other guy, the other coach, the other defender are doing their job. And that must change in this game. And I think it will change. I know we didn't really get into predictions. I think the Spurs win. I think the Spurs win game 3. I think the Spurs win game 3, possibly by double digits. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think the Spurs win in New York, in the Madison Square Garden, by double digits tomorrow night to make this a series, to give themselves a chance. All righty. That's basketball. Let's switch real quick.
And they're off, and Chautauqua was clearly the slowest out of the gates. Mongolian Saturday away quickly with Penophobia. Aero Velocities charging across. Super Jockey, Not Listening to Me. Strathmore, Lucky Bubbles in behind the pace with Gold Fun. It's a frantic speed up front.
Yes, frantic speed up indeed. Golden Tempo, baby. Golden Tempo on Saturday proved that his Kentucky Derby win was not a fluke at all. In a performance very, very reminiscent of his victory in Louisville. What was it, 5-6 weeks ago? Golden Tempo once again rallied from last to first and won himself the second part of the Triple Crown. Yeah, Belmont Stakes on Saturday took place at the Saratoga Racecourse. And boy, oh boy, trainer Cherie DeVaux became the first female to earn 2 wins in Triple Crown races. Not just 2 straight, 2 ever. First female first female trainer to earn 2 wins in the Triple Crown races. And she's done it in the same year with a chance to actually get the individual Triple Crown chance at winning all of them. The critics were saying that Golden Tempo only won the Kentucky Derby because of a massive pace meltdown in front of him. But At this point, look, I always say, once is an accident, twice is a coincidence, third time's a pattern. Well, we're at the coincidence stage now. Will it become a pattern? We'll see. It's very, very difficult. This is a short race. It's very difficult to actually fall into last place and be able to come all the way from last to first. But now Golden Tempo has done it twice. I think going into the 9-horse race at Belmont, Golden Tempo was dismissed as the 5th choice, odds of 6-1. But just like in the Derby, he began making his move around the far turn and at the top of the stretch. He still had some work to do, but he ran down Chief Wallaby in that home stretch and then held off, who was it, Commandment, to win by a little more than a length. Yes, not like it was a photo finish. The Derby runner-up, Renegade, who was a post-time favorite at 8-5, finished in 3rd position behind Commandment. Yeah, it was exciting times. If you're a horse race person, it was definitely exciting times. All right, we're going to swivel the spotlight one more time.
There to Ovechkin, quick relay comes to the point. Chychrun fires, just missed.
All right, you know what? I don't even need to. Scores indeed. I don't even need to tell you what sport. As soon as you hear the name Ovechkin, you know what sport it is. Yes, we're talking about the NHL, the hockey championships going on, and the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Man, oh man. Looked like they were going to be running away with this. Just absolutely running away with it until Carolina decided they had other thoughts. It's just been it's been an exciting final. The Knights beat Carolina in that first game back on I think it was last Wednesday. They beat them 5-4. And then Carolina won game 2 in overtime, 4-3. And then we had this game 5 yesterday. Game 3 yesterday, they scored 5. Game 3 yesterday was so it was a tale of two halves. I understand hockey doesn't have halves, but it really was. The first half of the game, the first period and a half, looked like the Knights were going to run away with it. They were up 4-0 with a hat trick from Marner. I think it was Marner who had the hat trick. When they went up 4-0, he completed his hat trick. Or with that, he assisted on the other goal. They were up 4-0, home stretch. Felt like they were going to coast to this victory and go up 2-1 in the finals. But the Hurricanes had other thoughts. Hurricanes came storming back. See what I did there? The Hurricanes came storming back to tie it at 4-4. Went into overtime, went into double overtime, where the Knights won 5-4 to go up 2-1. The next game will be at home in the T-Mobile Arena. And after that, it's 1-1. One in Carolina, game 6 back in Vegas, game 7 back in Carolina, Lenovo Center. So it's going to be exciting times. But the Las Vegas Knights, man, as I said, it was a game of two halves. It looked like they were going to run away with it, only for the Hurricanes to come back, and then the Vegas Knights to pull through late in the second overtime. All right. Do we have a little more time? A little more time. Let's swivel the sports spotlight one more time, shall we? Yeah. You know what's coming.
Yes. It's playtime.
You know what's
You just try on
coming.
a practice court. I'll try that in a match. I mean, how much air do you
Tennis, baby. Roland Garros. French Open. It's happening right now. The 2026 French Open men's draw has been absolutely littered with upsets. So at this point, we have 4 players who have never won a Grand Slam. Alexander Zverev, a former French Open finalist, faces the 20-year-old youngster Jakub Mensik.
We don't see that very often. Totally misjudging the ball. Terrific tennis.
Faced. While Flavio Cobolli played Matteo Arnaldi. Okay. How did these things go? Well, here we are,
35 years old.
sitting in the championships. Let me pull up the bracket here. And this thing is not very user friendly. So the men's finals is happening right now,
Goodness, are you kidding me?
and Zverev
What a shot.
is in a fight for his life. Won the first set 6-1, lost the second set 6-4 to Cobolli, won the third 6-4, and now the fourth set is tied 6-6 in a tiebreaker that Zverev is down 4-3 as this goes on. This is going to be wrapping up in a little bit. But man, oh man. Where are we? Boom, boom, boom. Sorry about that. Should have been a little bit more prepared.
Incredibile ma vero. Da archiviare.
Let's look it up.
Impossibile. Lui getta la racchetta e va a casa, perché a questo punto cosa posso fare se non
On the
vedere
female
questa
side,
davanti?
Mira Andreeva defeated Maha Shvalnitska in the final 6-3, 6-2 to win the women's singles tennis title at the 2026 French Open. So that one is done. The men's championship is going on right now, and all of that is going to be coming to an end within the next 15 minutes to 1 hour or so, depending upon how this tiebreaker in the fourth set goes. Is it going to a set number 5? Is it going to be finished right here? We're going to find out, but we've got to go off the air. Before then, we'll catch you up next Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry for the equipment malfunction and all that good stuff. We'll be in a better spot next Sunday. You've been listening to the Sports Spotlight right here on Radio Azad. I'm your host, Rizwan, signing off. Have a wonderful day.
Come in a few times already this evening. Some good success.